Hey everyone, welcome back to Ontario Gardening. So as promised, we are going to use some of that sourdough discard that I showed you in previous videos to make different recipes. So that's of course the discard that we're saving from our sourdough when we feed it or make bread. So we are making pancakes today. With just a few simple ingredients, you can make these like super delicious and gut friendly, because we got that sourdough starter with all that ferment in there. Pancakes. So what you're going to need for this recipe is 100 grams of that sourdough discard. You're going to need 1 egg, 8 grams of baking powder, 5 grams of vanilla extract, 200 grams of all-purpose white flour, 200 grams of white milk, 40 grams of white sugar, and 50 grams of melted butter. So it's a pretty simple recipe. All we're going to do is we are going to mix the starter, the milk, eggs, vanilla, and butter and sugar to a bowl. So basically almost all of their wet ingredients. So let's go ahead and do that now. So I've got 100 grams of that discard added to the bowl. Now we are going to add the butter, melted butter, the milk, the sugar, the vanilla extract, and I'm going to crack that egg in there. And we're just going to take a fork or a whisk and we're going to make sure that is all incorporated. So breaking that egg and mixing all these ingredients until they are incorporated. And then we're going to start mixing in our dry ingredients. So you'll notice at first it's kind of chunky and you're probably like, what's going on here? It's because you need that sourdough discard to mix into the water. Similar, sorry if the camera's shaky, similar to if the sourdough starter was going into the water if we were baking bread. Okay, so at that point we are good here. I am going to just mix my baking powder into my flour and just kind of give it a little stir there. And now I'm going to mix this into just a little bit at a time into my batter. So I did about half. Now I'm going to slowly mix this in. And of course I'm going to do that with the rest as well, and I don't have to show you. I'm not going to sit here and stir for a minute or two while you watch, so let's just do that and then I'll show you. So as I just warn you, it's not going to be as runny as your typical pancake batter because you've got that sourdough starter in there and it's a really nice dense pancake. So just if it's not runny, don't be alarmed. And if you want it a little bit runnier than this, which I wouldn't suggest, but if you did want it just a different consistency, add just a splash more milk and mix it in. But here we are. We have our sourdough discard mix, and we are going to bring it over to our preheated pan. I'm using cast iron, and you can put some butter down or some nonstick spray, and we're going to put this batter out. Now you can do it with whatever you want. A ladle is usually what you would use to do pancakes in my experience, but because this is a thicker dough, I'm just actually going to use a spoon, like a big slotted spoon. Okay, so I've got it a little hot, so just fair warning. But yes, you're putting it right down onto your griddle, and at this point you can make it like whatever size you want. I'm not like the best at making pancakes, so mind what this mess looks like, but you are looking for bubbles to form on the top like any other pancake. That's when you know it's good to flip. I will show you the finished product if I don't destroy these pancakes. I will show you the recipe, not the finished product, but I'll show you anyways just to embarrass myself. Okay, so they're not half embarrassing. So there are your sourdough discard pancakes. And the one only thing I want to warn you really quick before we go is these pancakes are so dense and heavy that they kind of trick you sometimes into thinking that that middle is cooked. Make sure that that middle is cooked before you go and serve them. We personally are cooking these and then we're going to let them cool and put them in the freezer so that we can put them in the toaster when we're ready to have them for a quick and easy breakfast. But thanks for watching. Follow us along for more sourdough discard recipes and other awesome gardening videos. We'll talk to you soon. Bye.